Defeated by arch rivals Inter in Serie A and then hammered by Galatasaray in the Champions League. It's been a week to forget for Juventus. Looking to prolong the pain are Como, who are also eager to restore winning ways with Como's last victory in Serie A coming in late January. At the Allianz Stadium, it is Juventus against Como. And we are underway. It's vital that Juventus bounce back, isn't it? Manuel Pascali, hello.
Hello, Thomas. Yes, of course. They have to respond immediately.
Comaners immediately goes long. McKennie, direct start from the Bianconeri.
After the disappointing and shocking week they've been on, lost the Derby d'Italia, lost against Galatasaray in Champions League. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves in front of their own fans.
As it goes out in front of Cesc Fabregas. And here he is, Baturina has a go. Just couldn't keep it down, Martin Baturina. Corner taken quickly now, Locatelli. Yildiz, space opening up, Yildiz! Punched away by Boutet. Great strike by the Juventus number 10.
Yeah, great start from Juventus as well. This time he went for power.
Cope Miners, despite he has been playing as a defender in a three-man rear guard. Cope Miners Juventus looking to really recoup the big money they spent for him last summer, or 2 summers ago now, one should say. Mr. 50 million euros. In fact, the Gazzetta's built this up as a battle between the two clubs that spent the most in the past 2 campaigns, reported just under 400 million between them. 2 big spenders in Serie A, although Juventus, not all of their investments have quite paid off. You think of Douglas Luiz, man, or Nico Gonzalez. The same Cope Miners, jury still very much out on him.
Yeah, even Openda, David, they have to do better, of course, and Spalletti is expecting them to shine, no? 1 point.
Straight to Duvikas. Now Vojvoda. Vojvoda shaping up to shoot! And it's crept in! Como lead! And it's the one-time Torino man scoring at Juventus and giving hope that Como can win home and away against the Bianconeri.
Thomas, how many times we've seen Juventus conceding this type of goal? From a bad pass, this time from McKennie, square one. Duvikas picking the ball up, waiting for support, and then feeding Vojvoda on the right side of the park. Great skill, good shot, not sure. There is a probably deflection that surprised Di Gregorio. Here, McKennie losing possession, Duvikas wisely waiting for support. Then, over along the left, he picked Vojvoda. 1 against 1 with Cope Miners, good trick. Shot, I think, deflected probably by Yildiz. They beat, no, Miretti beat Di Gregorio on the near post. And surely the number 16 again had to do better.
Cambiaso. Cambiaso's ball, Ramon away. Cambiaso netted at both ends of the pitch at Inter. As did Vasic, however. Cambiaso's ball in. For Torino doing the same thing on the same weekend as Boutet. Here's Miretti, last season with Genoa on loan, back with the Turin Giants. Cambiaso checking in field. Now Yildiz, McKennie is calling for it on that far side. Locatelli wants movement. Cambiaso to Ram with the skipper. Again, 4 sideways to Gatti.
Yes, Juventus are missing a key players like Calulo, especially on the right. He provided so many assists this season. Rediscovered his great form.
Thuram. Here's Yildiz. Cambiaso. Openda! Drags it wide.
Brilliant play this from Juventus. Found Openda at the edge of the box. He tried to surprise Bute at the near post, and how many times we've seen the ball going in between the defenders' legs and surprise the goalkeeper.
Here is Kelly. Openda will chase. Can he get there? Openda! It just sums up his season so far, Openda. Unable to be prolific.
Yeah, that's the ball that can cause Como problems, because Openda is quicker than Kempf and Jacobo Ramon.
Gatti. Miretti. Locatelli. Thuram. Yildiz. Just needs to get this man on the ball. Yildiz. Locatelli. Miretti. The idea was there. Thuram, thumbs up from him. Just wasn't quite executed well enough. So the decision has gone the way of the host, who just needs to get hold of the ball again. Go back to basics.
Yeah, yes, Thomas, have to find Yildiz on the right side. There is no Conceição. This is a risky one.
That is awkward for Di Gregorio. And Acuna very nearly doubles Como's advantage. Juventus are all at sea. Como very nearly capitalising on another error.
Yeah, you can see they are low in confidence. This is an hospital pass from Commanders, putting a player that is under pressure, even under more pressure. Sometimes you need, as you mentioned, Thomas, to be a play simple, clear the danger.
Vojvoda, Como full of confidence. Vojvoda still. Duvikas tries the flick on. This is Valle. It's a miss kick. Comes now to Perrone. Tried to curl it and find that top corner. Wasn't to be.
Yeah, but that was another chance. Another good chance, because all again coming from Vojvoda.
Smolcic, now to carry it forward. Caqueret, Baturina, there's been a bit of space in between the lines. Acuna. Alex Valle's ball in, flicked on by Duvikas, and wide of the post.
Great chance. Great ball in with the pace. Striker needs just to flick it. Look the pace that there is on this deliver.
Not featured since November. Dusan Vlahovic expected back next month. And of course, still so many question marks surrounding his future as well. His contract up at the end of the season. Now the first half is up. Vojvoda, the former Torino man, has Como in the driving seat at the interval. The Allianz Stadium vents their frustrations at the break. Juventus have to do more in the second period. Far too flat in the first. At half-time it is Juventus 0, Como 1. A game of two halves as Conceição is chomping at the bit. It's Miretti who makes way. So first change of the game then from Luciano Spalletti. Como sticking, of course, with the same players that started the game. We'll see whether that move from Luciano Spalletti has the desired effect. Juventus need to get back into this game as quick as possible after a very flat first half display. And there the man, his goal, splits the teams then ahead of the restart. And it is going to be Como to get us back underway. Como 45 minutes away and then from doing the double, Manuel, against Juventus. Hello again.
Yes, we're going to see what's going to happen in the second half, but Spalletti is changing something. Another player that look like Juventus cannot do without, because Conceição is the one that will Juventus will look to feed in his feet to create Como troubles.
Penda just trying to read the bounce. Now Conceição looking to get immediately involved, looking to make up for last time and confirmation. Then Conceição coming on them, his last league goal. Acuna plays it short. Perone, Acuna. Acuna brings Alex Vai into play. Headed down, and then to Vicas, may get another chance, but on the second attempt, he fires over the bar, the Greek international.
I don't know if this was a part of a plan from corner, because they moved the ball so well.
Total concentration here from the Como players. Referee spotted something, maybe an infringement. It is Acuna! Couldn't keep it down. Yildiz. Locatelli goes sliding in, and now Sergio Roberto. The break is on for Como. Perone. Acuna now for Caqueret! Como double the lead! And on the break, just as they did at the Senegalia in the reverse fixture. This is scarcely believable. Juventus 0, Como 2.
Mamma mia. Thomas, show me, please, a perfect transition, a perfect counter-attack. Yes, of course, I will show it. I will show them this one by Como. Fantastic football, one-touch football by Fabregas' team. All credit to Acuna, who made the run in behind. But what about the pass from this man, from the skipper towards Caqueret? This is a good ball from Perone to Acuna, but this is a sweet, sweet chocolate for Caqueret, who scores a sitter, sends Como in paradise.
And Como just prolonging the pain for Juventus after the Derby d'Italia, the mauling in the Champions League. Gatti. Conceição. Sorry to cut you off, Manuel.
Yeah, but when you got all the big boys inside the box, Gatti plus McKennie, try to feed them with a high, precise ball.
Juventus need a lifeline. Yildiz. Got it down. Openda. Now to Vicas. Here's Yildiz. Cope Miners! Wide of the post.
He's in a confident mood. Now he's asking for an handball touch by a Como players. Let's check. This is the ball that Yildiz has to play. Kind of cut back. No, not sure what they are asking for, a handball, but a couple of players.
McKennie flicked on. They come here to Boga. Now Yildiz. So gracious on the ball. Boga. Still. Just overran the ball, Boga, but at least trying to spark a bit of panic into the Como defence. David, McKennie, Yildiz. They've got a free kick.
McKennie still playing like a proper number 9. And now Juve got maybe the last chance to be back in the game. The free kick from 5-6 meters outside their own box.
Still debating it. Locatelli's come across as well. It is Como Miners! Really unlucky. Danger not over. Conceição. And David tried his very best. But Como rescued there by the frame of the goal.
I think that Adzic was going to take it, but Como Miners said, no, I'm going to take it. I'm taking the responsibility. That's why. Unlucky for Juventus. And here is all about confidence, because there David has to score and reduce the gap for Juve. That was the chance.
Gattuso is reporting on me in Bergamo tomorrow to watch a host of Italian players when Atalanta take on Napoli. 1500 local time kick-off, and then Parma, Milan, that's another one to keep an eye on tomorrow. And of course, Roma-Cremonese, which we've already spoken about. It's going to be a massive chance for Roma. They can't fluff their lines tomorrow. Got to make the most of this opportunity, which has been handed to them thanks to Como.
Yeah. Crucial game for Cremonese as well. If they don't want to be, they're already there. They need some points to keep their place in the Serie A next season.
Cremonese certainly won't roll over. Cremonese who beat Milan in match day 1. So know what it takes to beat the big boys and ruffle the feathers of the top sides. Here's Conceição. And Juventus set up a nervy finale for Como. Conceição attacking it. They'll certainly keep up the pressure here. Locatelli. Conceição. Locatelli. Came off a Como jersey last, Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, but Como defending well. Desperate to keep another clean sheet here at Juventus Stadium. Is not an easy thing to do.
Conceição. And Boutet, not for the first time, spring off his line. Adzic. And of course the mauling, as we've mentioned midweek, and now here. Disappointing performance. Deja vu for Juventus. Como do the double against the Bianconeri. Como narrow the gap to Juventus to within just 1 point in the table. This is a massive blow to Juventus's top 4 ambitions. Roma will be licking their lips when they take on Cremonese tomorrow. Final score here in Turin, Juventus 0, Como 2.